Hi, I'm Richard from Early Retirement Wanderlust, and if you are a regular viewer of the channel, you will know that we love using our VW Campervan and we love using it all year round. But one of the issues of using it in winter is that the pop top is absolutely freezing. So hopefully in this video I'm going to show you a quick, easy and cheap solution to keeping your pop top warm in winter. In classic Jackie and Richard style from Early Retirement Wanderlust, we are about to set off to the French Alps for a good few weeks of skiing in the snow. And we're going in our VW Campervan Nelson. Now, we went last year and it was so cold, -18 at times. We spent most of our time with the pop top down. However, we realised that that really restricted us in the amount of storage space and usable space within the van, and it made the van feel a little bit claustrophobic. Now, if we'd have got our act in order, we know that there are so many products out there that you can get wraps for the outside of your pop top. We have a rainbow screen for the front of our van, and if we'd have got our act in order, we would have got one ordered. But we didn't. We went beyond the order date, and so we are going to have to come up with a sort of Blue Peter type solution because we really do want to be able to use our pop top in the Alps in winter. Now, we're no great designers, but we got this top tip last year from actually some of our subscribers that we met on the campsite, and they came up with a solution of using insulated material on the inside of the pop top, and it seemed to keep them cozy and warm and allow them to keep the pop top up. So in a typical Blue Peter style, I'm now going to try and take you through the process of creating this. I'm not entirely sure whether it's going to work. It's going to be a little bit budget and scarper, but something has got to be better than nothing in terms of keeping us warm in the Alps. So as I said in the intro, I'm not entirely sure whether this is going to work, but we've gathered together a few things and it hasn't worked out that expensive at all. I got a roll of insulation sort of bubble wrap type material from Amazon, and that was, I think, just under £35. I got some silver duct tape. I did have some black stuff in stock, but Jackie insisted that she wanted colour coordinated insulation. I'll need a tape measure, I'll need a set of scissors and a Sharpie for marking everything up. So you don't actually need very much, and let's see if we can put this thing together. The first thing we need to do is to get a bit of a plan of what the inside of the pop top looks like. We haven't got any measurements for it, so that's one of the first things that we're going to have to do, but it's thinking about the shapes of the different sides, how they fit together, and how we can use the insulation roll to best fit the shape that we've got. I'm not going to go particularly sophisticated in terms of making it fit inside the pop top. I think gravity will take its course, and if we make it just slightly bigger, it should squeeze in and hold itself there. So don't need to worry about velcroing or anything like that. So we're just trying to replicate the shape. So at the front of the pop top, we have almost like a square section. That's the highest point of the pop top. And then down the sides, we've got two long sections. I hasten to add, this isn't drawn to scale. And then at the back, to save us actually having to do any angle measurements, if we know the depth of the pop top at the back and the depth of the pop top at the front, then we should be able to, if we've got our measurements, just cut a straight line there. And then round the back, the narrowest bit of the pop top, I'm just going to leave a little overlap so that we can push the ends in and not fasten it in any way, but just that seems the simplest approach. So we're going to have two little rectangles there and a little bit of an overlap as well. So that's my basic shape. What I've got to do now is to go outside, get the pop top up and do some measuring, and we'll add some numbers to this. The measurements weren't too bad, to be honest. It's 36 inches high at its highest point, and then 5 inches high at the back point. And then the most important thing is the length of the material that we actually need, which is 282 inches. Don't ask me why I'm doing it in inches. It was just easier to see inches on the tape measure without my glasses. So we're going to have to work in inches, which is possibly old school, but hey, that's okay. And I have got enough material, so I've got 25 meters of the stuff, and in reality we're going to need just over 7 meters of the stuff. Now what I'm envisaging doing is to create a length of 282 inches long and double it up so that we've got the height at 36, and in effect we've then got one massive piece of insulation roll. It'll actually be 2 pieces stuck together. And then once we've done that, we can add the measurements onto that and we can make the various cuts. The idea being I've got clean edges wherever I possibly can, and it's very definitely going to be a matter of measure twice and cut once, because you know it's a huge amount of material that we're working with. But I reckon I've got enough space to lay it all out in here, so let's see how we go. So here we are with the insulation out of its packaging, and it's really good. It's super lightweight, it's quite thin as well, but obviously it is certainly not 36 inches tall, which is the absolute maximum height we need for the pop top. In reality, this is 2 foot tall, so we are going to have to create a huge rectangle. It's going to be 282 inches long, and we're going to need 2 lengths of this, and then what we're going to do is put those 2 lengths together and make sure that we have a height overall of 36 inches. If we stuck it end to end, we'd end up with 48 inches, which is way too much, and what I don't want to do is to just have to do too much cutting. So by overlapping it, we can get plenty of tape on there as well, get it a good secure joint, and then we can do our cutting actually to the pattern. So first job is 2 very long lengths, and then we'll work out that we've got it to 36 inches deep, and we'll get some sticking done. How difficult was that? You don't actually realise how long the pieces of insulation are to go around the entire pop top, and working with those long pieces, it just makes it really awkward. But what I want to do now is just spend a bit of time sticking those 2 bits together, so we've got something that's at 36 inches depth all the way along, and then we can actually start cutting the template out. Wow, that wasn't exactly easy, but I think it's more for the fact that I didn't really have the space to spread stuff out. So what I've done now is we've got to start the actual marking out and cutting. So I think I'm going to be working with it in half. So I'm starting from the midpoint right at the center of the front of the van, and then I can make my measurements beyond there, and then I can actually start doing some cutting. And the idea of doing it in half is hopefully it should be pretty symmetrical, but we'll keep fingers crossed and measure twice, cut once. That's all the measuring done, fingers crossed, and it's now the time that I was really not wanting to do, which is actually get to the cutting. And I've measured and double checked, so fingers crossed we're all okay. But now to start cutting this huge roll. So that's the cutting all done, and one of the things I've noticed is where we've got the double section down the middle, there's this section which is 2 leaves, so I don't really want that flapping around or separating, so I'm probably going to just get a little bit of tape and just seal that joint up there. But apart from that, it's then just getting it out to the van and seeing how it fits. So I'm sitting here feeling rather smug after it was only a couple of hours to do that. It was a little bit testing because of just the sheer amount of materials, but it wasn't costly at all. And as you can probably see from fitting it in the van, it seems to fit like a glove. I'm not 100% sure what it's going to do to the ventilation, but it feels really snug. And we can try it out and we can see how we go. And as Jackie said, you know, it's just over 30 quid, so if it doesn't work at the end of the ski season, we can leave it in France. But hopefully, fingers crossed, it's a really, really good solution. And as I say, didn't take that long, and hope you've enjoyed coming along. We'll see how it goes, but yeah, bit of a solution, hopefully. See you later. Bye.